What's up, Star Family? Marissa here. Really excited for today's reading. I'm trying something new on this channel now that I have a space that's dedicated just for kind of collective readings, pick a card readings, all types of divination kind of sessions. So today I was guided to open up space for the overseers or the guides of the Starseed collective in particular. So in other words, it's beings that deeply feel that Earth is not their native planet. So we all come from the same source, right? We're all going back to the same place. However, different beings, different souls, different aspects of various higher selves have chosen and incarnated on different planets. And so some souls choose to incarnate more on planet Earth or have incarnated more on planet Earth, and some souls have incarnated more on other dimensions, on other planets, in other dimensions, I should say. At the end of the day, we're all going back to the same place. So it doesn't make anyone more or less special. It's just a different kind of learning ground, a different type of university. So I'm opening up space for the guides to come through in order to bring some clarity for those that are, do resonate with being a starseed. So someone that's not native necessarily to planet Earth. So we're addressing different aspects in today's session, and just know that this is a timeless reading. So I did ask the guides that this would be relevant, and it would be a reading that when someone is drawn to it, it would be relevant to whatever they're going through in that point in time. So let's get into the reading. So right away, what I am gathering from this is you guys are likely feeling like a new level, a new profundity within you of just being so content and feeling so good within yourself. And it might not seem, for some of you, I feel like you're having external reflections of this new sense of like owning your own unique stream of higher self-consciousness. So, one of my favorite cards is coming up here, You Are Not For Everyone, next to one of my cards that tells me that, this is my card of activation, this activated Earth. This just reminds me, and overall what this card symbolizes for me is just going through light code activation. So those beings that resonate as being starseeds, most of you guys have gone through this ascension process and have undergone, in their own way, on whatever planets you're from or that you've spent a lot of time on, you've undergone this ascension process already, right? Or at least up to the point that Earth is currently at, with the amount of distortion, the amount of illusion that is so thick. And so it wouldn't be relevant for starseeds to come in and have all of their light body DNA activated to the extent that they would, or that they did, coming from another dimension, other planets. And talking about these things from a multidimensional perspective, from the linearity of the third dimension, is quite challenging, but overall, just bear with me. I'm hearing that it's a needed reminder for you guys that the reason why you haven't always felt like the biggest, brightest version of you is because it wasn't relevant at that point in time for those light codes to be activated. But I'm hearing you guys are having codes activated to an extent that you guys are feeling so powerful, like so powerful within yourself. And like, there is not really a card here that suggests there's very much heaviness happening. Like, the only card that might suggest that you guys are having a little bumps on your road, which is totally normal, is this Four of Swords here. But otherwise, I'm seeing that you guys are feeling like a new level of just freedom within yourself, a new level of owning who it is you are. And part of these activations that you're going through is kind of like a fuck with me kind of vibe. Like, it's almost like it feels like you guys are breaking out of a barrier of caring so much what other people think of you, and being like people pleasers to the extent that it feels like it's become a detriment to your own spirit. Like, you guys are stepping beyond that, right? And I feel like there's a new level of having faith, right? There's a new level of trusting in your inner guidance and your innate guidance from the universe, right? We have the Ace of Cups here that is falling right under, when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. I mean, these two cards really do show like, I feel like this card is a perfect depiction of what these words are saying. When you have faith, when you have peace, it's like your emotional guidance system, which sits at your center, at the 4th chakra, which connects us to our 6th dimensional self, which holds our soul's blueprint. It's like when you are trusting, when you're in a state of peace, you're able to tune into your emotional guidance system even better. And then the people that come in, man, it's like you're just flooded with these beautiful counterpart dynamics, like these soulmate type of dynamics. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are having like new romantic offers coming in with this 2 of Cups and Ace of Cups showing up right next to each other. I wouldn't be surprised if in general you're just meeting more aspects of soul family, people that just get it, people that are part of your soul family tree here with the 7 of Pentacles coming up. It's like there's a lot of things, like along with this activation, many seeds are being planted, and I'm hearing what is not in supportive of the overall mission is falling away quite effortlessly. And I'm hearing that you guys are spending a lot less time worrying about what's falling away, and you really are just trusting everything that's going on. You know, with this Hierophant card too, it's like you guys are teachers. Starseeds, all the Starseeds I've met are natural teachers, whether they have a platform they're teaching on or not, or whatever it is. Like, the way that they live is how they're teaching. And I'm hearing that however you guys are being guided to live and express yourself at this time is teaching so much to those around you, right? We have trust where you're led, embrace your weirdness, face your true north. It's already happening with this new Earth card. This card came up in the position of what it is that starseeds need to do at this time, or what they need to know about this message that's coming through. And it says it's already happening. Hold the vision. Stay true to the highest vision, you know, to the highest timeline, right? Despite what outer appearances may suggest, I feel like you guys are already, based off this reading, you guys are already really good at kind of creating your own reality bubble amongst this, you know, this kind of like moon energy where all these illusions are popping up to the surface. And I feel like it's like really, obviously we're going to be affected to some extent with this 4 of Swords. I feel like this is more of you being really good at absorbing what is happening on a collective level and then transmuting it through your system, right? Yeah, so ultimately the last message, the main point for this message coming through is like you guys are already doing an extremely good job at whatever it is you're doing. You're being activated to a new level, and so your manifestation abilities are heightening, right? Where you think of something and then you see it in your reality within like a few minutes or even within the next day or so. It's like you're starting to blur the lines between, am I creating this, or am I just so tapped into my highest timeline that I just intuited it coming through? And so I'm hearing that overall you guys are in a really graceful state of surrender, which actually amplifies your manifestation abilities, because it's like you're not fighting against the stream of your higher self-consciousness. You're kind of going in flow with it. When you go in flow with the divine will, your higher self's will, it's going to be everything that you want anyway. So it's like you don't need to worry if it's going to be good or if it's going to be fun. You know it's going to be fun, right? Even just tapping into or intuiting your highest timeline feels really good. And it's almost like you don't even need it to manifest on the outside, because you're just in a space where you feel so good. You know, I'm hearing too that you guys are getting a ton of downloads at this time that are allowing you to feel more peaceful, right? To feel more peaceful within yourself. Like there's a level of excitement that I'm feeling. There's a new profound level of being in love with life and being in love with the people around you. And, you know, that might even be being amplified by a new romantic counterpart or a new love interest, or even just like, you know, those aspects of your soul family that just activate this deep level of love. Like we're those people that you just have such a profound level of gratitude for them being alive and them existing, because they just get you. And it feels so good to be around those types of people. So ultimately this activation you're going through is, you know, your light body activation is allowing you to step more into the fullness of who you are, with confidence, with grace, with ease. And just remember, you know, the last piece of advice that I'm guided to give you guys is that it's already happening. Keep holding the vision despite what outer appearances may suggest. Like you guys are in a really, really powerful, really great space. And, you know, as insignificant as it might seem sometimes, the way that you conduct yourself, the way that you carry yourself, the magic that you feel, in your everyday life is absolutely affecting the state of the rest of the planet, right? Even when you're just in a really good vibration, a really good frequency, just feeling so good, and you go to a store, you go to a park, like your auric field is affecting all of the other auric fields that you come in contact with. So, you know, don't feel like you have to be doing something, you have to be on like the front lines of some sort of like activism or anything, right? There's different roles that we're all being guided into at this time, and it's imperative that you just stay true to what feels right for you and know that ultimately you're doing a great job. You're right where you're meant to be, and thank you so much for being here. If this video resonated today, give it a thumbs up, connect with your star family in the comment section, and I hope I see you guys soon.